Earlier this year, Elgato released their budget line of streaming products that they're calling Neo. So if you thought their webcams, their mics were too expensive, well, now they're less expensive. So I'm intentionally using a terrible streaming setup because if I use my main streaming setup, you're gonna think that these budget products are worse than they actually are. So here we have the Facecam, so they have a webcam, they have a budget Stream Deck, they have a budget capture card if you're playing like console games, they have a budget key light, and of course, a budget microphone. What's really interesting is, although this is their budget line, each one of these products, except for one of them, has at least one feature that their bigger brother versions don't have. Unfortunately, these products only come in white. I think Elgato is going for more of the lifestyle aesthetic. You know, the people that only use natural lighting and have like wooden desks. Well, my desks are wooden, but you know what I mean. Each of these devices is under $100, except for the capture card, which is $120. But Elgato does have various different bundles, so you can save some money. Plus, I have 5% discount codes on all of these products, as well as any of other Elgato's products, if you're interested in those too. Speaking of saving money, this video is sponsored by VIP STD Keys. If you guys need a Windows 11 license, you can get them for as low as $21. Make sure to use my code NUTTY at checkout to get them for 30% off. You can save even more money by just getting a Windows 10 key for $15 and then upgrading that to Windows 11 completely for free. The keys are totally legit. I've been using them on all my PCs for years and they're totally fine. Just use a secure payment method like PayPal at checkout. They'll send you an activation code and then you can slip that into your Windows settings and you're good to go. Check out VIP STD Keys in the link down below and save yourself some money today. Okay, let's take a look at the Facecam Neo first. Let me set up my pretty backdrop first. I need the video to look not super great, but also not terrible. I needed to make it look like I know what I'm doing somewhat at least. So the Facecam Neo is a 1080p 60 webcam. I'll overlay some footage so you can see what the actual camera quality looks like. And you get access to all the same software that the normal Facecams have. So you have manual control over your exposure, your white balance, and all the settings saved to the onboard memory on the webcam, just like the normal Facecams. This comes at $50 cheaper than the Facecam Mark II, which is also a 1080p 60 camera. And features-wise, this pretty much has all of the same features, at least on paper. The difference is only going to be in the actual camera quality itself. I already did a video on the Facecam Mark II, and I feel like it does a really nice job of rendering my skin tones accurately with basically no work in the settings. The Facecam Neo is not quite as accurate. I don't feel like my skin tones come out nearly as nicely. It's still pretty sharp, but is it worth spending the extra money to just get the Mark II? I don't know. I'm a YouTuber, not your financial advisor. I personally think the extra $50 is worth getting the Mark II, but if you don't have the $50, then like why are we having a conversation? You don't have the money for it. I will say I really like the privacy shutter on the Facecam Neo. It's like a slider on the outside edge, whereas with the Facecam Mark II, it does have a privacy shutter, but it's like on the lens itself. And every time I try to close it, number one, it's really hard to close. And number two, like I always smudge the lens. What I don't like is the cable is fixed. And not only is the cable fixed, it is a USB-C cable. And there's no adapter in the box to convert it to USB-A. Which sucks because I don't think we're at a point in society where we could just assume every computer has a USB-C port. Especially because this is their budget line. So if you're using their budget line of products, you probably have an older computer, which is less likely to have a USB-C port. So I would have liked for them to include an adapter, or even better, just make it detachable. Overall, I'd classify the Facecam Neo as an okay product. It definitely has a bigger gap than I would have liked from the Facecam Mark II. Now the microphone, on the other hand, that is a different story. It comes with a little tabletop stand, which does lift the mic off the desk quite a bit, unlike the original Wave mic, which is like 2 inches off the desk. What the hell is that? You're gonna speak with your, I know the phrase speak with your chest. I don't literally have my mouth at my chest. Why is that a thing? It lifts it off the desk a little bit. What I don't like though is it very easily comes off the stand. So every time you pick it up, if you pick it up from here, it just kind of comes off. There's no locking mechanism that I can see. So you got to make sure when you pick the mic up off the desk, you hold it like that. Okay, so here's what the mic sounds like. I'm just gonna set it on the desk the way that you normally would. I should mention, you could also attach this to a standard mic arm if you want, which Elgato conveniently makes. But you can use any one that you can find on AliExpress or Amazon as well. This light right here is blinding. There's no need for it to be that bright. Chill, bro. I'll let you guys judge the microphone quality yourselves, because if I say it sounds good, then you're just gonna simp for what I believe, so you better just make up your own mind. Mic quality aside, the great thing about this mic is it unlocks the Wave Link software. So just like the bigger brother USB mics that Elgato makes, you can just buy this and get access to their software that allows you to split up all your audio channels. So your game audio, your music, you can split that all up for your Twitch streams. And it works the same as every other Elgato Wave mic. My only gripe with this is it does not have the clip guard feature. So if you yell into the mic, like it's gonna distort. But because you have access to the Elgato Wave software, you can install things like compressors and EQ and limiters to make your mic sound even better than it does right now. Also, capacitive mute button, love that. All right, next we're gonna look at the Keylight Neo. Holy, my beautiful set. Okay, we'll leave that there. I really thought this would be way too underpowered to be useful for anything because of how small it is, but it's surprisingly pretty bright. Now, you can connect this through one of two ways. One, it has a detachable USB-C cable. You can plug it into a power brick. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with one. Or you can plug it directly into your PC. You can even plug it into like a portable battery bank, which is what I'm gonna do right now. And you can see what it looks like. Here, let me switch to my other camera. See here? My freaking set, bro! Anyway, see, that actually looks pretty nice for just a small little light. Like if you just put it off camera like that, that actually looks pretty good. One of the nice things is this actually has physical controls on the front. The bigger brother key lights don't even have that. I really wish that the regular key lights had physical controls, but like you can control the brightness, you can control the color temperature, there's daylight. You can still control the Keylight Neo using software like you can with the regular key lights. So you could install the Control Center app on your phone, still have control over the brightness and the color temperature, or you can install the Control Center app on your PC and then control it from within Windows. If you're plugging in the Keylight Neo using USB, you don't have to connect it through Wi-Fi, it'll just be immediately picked up within Windows. But keep in mind, the brightness will only go up to a max of 40%. So if you want the full brightness, you're gonna wanna plug this into a wall, which I highly recommend because 40% brightness, in my opinion, probably not enough for these. Probably should have also mentioned it does have like a little monitor mount, so you could mount the light above your monitor the same way that you would like any webcam. But there are also 1/4-inch threads at the bottom, so if you have like a spare tripod lying around, you could just screw it into that and have it sit there too. I'm just realizing now how much no one is gonna watch this video because these products came out months ago. I should have made this video way sooner. You like the video and stuff? I never ask you guys that, okay? Just once in a life, just do it, okay? I don't have to ask you, you just have to do it every video I do. Like all of them. All right, next let's look at the thing that fell on the floor. The Game Capture Neo. Okay, I gotta be honest, this is the one product that is probably the least exciting. It's a capture card. So if you have like a console, like a Switch, then you could just plug your Switch into the HDMI in, and then plug the USB-C into your PC, and then that way your Switch can be picked up in OBS. And then there's an HDMI out. So this is pass-through, so you can pass the signal out to your TV. It's not super exciting. Like I said, 1080p 60 capture card, pretty standard. These have been out on the market for a very long time now. But it is able to pass through 4K 60 HDR10, which is cool. I don't know what HDR10 is. I mean, this would be perfect for a Nintendo Switch because the Nintendo Switch is the only modern console right now that maxes out at 1080p 60. So that's a good match for this little capture card. Speaking of Switch, I did try playing Mario Kart directly in the OBS preview with this capture card, and the latency is fine. Like, you could totally play casual games using, like, just directly off the preview window. You don't need to use the HDMI out if you don't want to. Unless you're playing a competitive FPS game, I think the latency is totally fine. I could play an entire Zelda start to finish and I'd have no problems with this. Would have loved to see this be under $100 because this is the only Neo product that's over $100, and it would have been sick for my YouTube videos to be like, everything here is under $100. And then I had to give the caveat that this, just make it cheaper, okay? Okay, finally, I left my favorite to last, the Stream Deck Neo. This basically replaces the Stream Deck Mini, which is the Stream Deck that has the 6 buttons. And I don't think Elgato makes those anymore, so I can finally say what I truly think about it, which is I think it's stupid. 6 buttons is not enough. We need more than that. This has 8 buttons, but more important than that, number 1, it has like a little info bar thing for like showing the time, but it has like 2 capacitive buttons on the side, which you can use for switching pages. I actually super love these capacitive buttons. I really hope that when they do a refresh of the regular Stream Decks, that they add these buttons there, because these are super useful. Every Stream Deck allows you to have, I think, up to 10 pages, but the problem with all of the other Stream Decks is that when you make pages, you need to use up one button on the Stream Deck to act like as a next page and then like a previous page. So if you have like a 15 button Stream Deck, but then you want to use the pages features, all of a sudden your 15 button Stream Deck becomes a 13 button Stream Deck because you need to take up 2 buttons just for the next and the previous. This, you never need to do that. The next and previous buttons are always there. That's the only thing that they do. And then you can just have the 8 buttons to do whatever you want them to do. I also love the integrated stand. So I don't think you can remove this stand, but it's like really firm. You could set it at basically any angle and it will stay. Now, as you could probably see, there's one thing that I bet you guys can tell that I hate. Non-detachable cable. Just like the Facecam Neo, it has a fixed cable, which is again USB-C only, and again, there's no adapter. I have like pretty good PCs. They don't have USB-C. Like, the frick has USB-C in their PCs? Elgato, you know I simp for you hard, and that's like super embarrassing to do that in front of people as an adult. But like, you get major L points for shipping products in 2024 with non-detachable cables. I don't know the economics of it, but like, surely it's not that much more expensive to just like put the little port in there. So I'm gonna insert some B-roll here of an entire streaming setup that is using only Neo products, except for the microphone. You know what the microphone sounds like. I've been using it for like basically this whole video. But this footage here uses only the Facecam Neo, the lights, what were they? The key light Neo, my ceiling lights, the capture card. My honest opinions, if I can even be objective, which I can't because I'm partnered with Elgato, so of course I'm, like I said, I'm gonna be simping for them. I actually really like all these devices. The microphone sounds great, and it's just been sitting on my desk. I'm sure I could get even better sound quality if I actually get a microphone arm and raise it closer to my mouth. In fact, here, let's do that. For the rest of this video, I'm gonna hold the mic closer to my mouth so you can get an even better idea of the quality of this mic. The Stream Deck Neo, other than the non-detachable cable, was really surprising. I was surprised by how much I liked that. I just hope that the info bar, that they figure out more things to do with that, because right now I think you can only show just the time. It'd be really cool if you could like show your YouTube sub count or like your Twitch sub count. I haven't done my research yet. It might even be possible to do that right now. I just haven't looked into it. The Keylight Neo, pretty baller for like a single small compact light source. And then the Game Capture Neo. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, it's just a capture card. I don't have anything exciting to say about that. I'm not gonna say everything here is an amazing deal. What I will say is 2 things. Sales and bundles. That's where you're gonna get the best deals. Come Christmas time or Thanksgiving, I'm Australian. I have no idea when the hell that is. Isn't that soon? There's probably really good deals right around the corner, or you could just get the bundles that are available year round. The look good, sound good bundle, it's like $300 and you get everything minus a capture card. And like, if you're a PC gamer, you don't even need that. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thanks guys for letting me try a different format for a YouTube video. Yeah? Okay. See you later, guys.